Well, well, well. Thought you were gonna get David today, didn't you? Turn this mic down a little bit. Yeah, David got tied up, so he couldn't make it. He stuck with your boy, Big Rob, back in the house, in my house. Hola! When you get Big Rob, you get big music. So that's what we do here. All right, so today, Monday night stream. Yes, you saw the title is Bitcoin and Altcoin Fundamentals, TA and Q&A. So first of all, I'm taking an ambitious task here. Okay, first of all, does your boy actually know TA? Not really, but I know price movement. I know sentiment. I know where the markets are going. I know some about candles. I've been to Yankee Candle. It's a popular retail store here in the States that you find in the malls right next to Bed Bath & Beyond. But I'm gonna give it my best shot. You know, I got my trading view opened up. We're gonna take a look, and we're gonna explore the charts together. We're gonna go on a mission to learn more and explore more about what the charts have to offer. And we're also going to go into some more coverage into what has happened over the weekend with the collapse of multiple traditional banks, particular banks that had exposure to crypto, all three of them, and what that means for the crypto industry. Seems like it's not anything we could lay to rest yet. I know we talked about it earlier, but figure why not get a little bit more conversation into what's going on in the banking sector. Now, if you're new here, my name is Big Rob. We also have a team of people: David, another co-host, Rocco, our producer, and Kyler, also in our production. And we work out of a studio here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I am doing this from my house, so if you check this out for the first time, make sure you come back and check us out during the daytime for our live show in studio. And that's at 10:30 a.m. Vegas time, 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so without further ado, and you're gonna get a lot of music today. That's what I do when I'm at home. I listen to music and I chill. And by the way, let's get some Olas up in here. If you're new here, actually, if you're not new, everybody in the chat, let's get the Olas going. I'm gonna put the first Ola in. See if we can get, we got 35 people in here, 15 likes. Let's get up to at least 30 Olas in the chat, please. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to jump right into it. Normally on my Sunday rant and rambles, I go over personal growth and strategies to improve yourself, to make more money, and maybe keep your eye on the prize. This ain't Sunday. We ain't gonna do that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna discuss projects. We'll be a little bit more active in the chat. So please ask away, put some questions. If there's any projects or tokens you would like me to take a look at, let me know, and I'll be glad to pull those up. And then also, let's get the like buttons up here as well. We got 30 people. Let's get this thing pumping. I want to have a Monday night straight Jamapalooza up in here, and let's get at least 30 likes in here as well. And then if you're new, say hello so that way we can drop an hola back at you. We have a few new people. We got Omni, we got Guns N' Roses. Oh, Guns N' Roses, you've been here before, never mind. And then we got Chris Crypto, we got Crypto Damas, Dill Cosby, Honda Man, and Rimadal Joe as well. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. Also, we got Electric Zach 131313 and 20 likes. So what y'all waiting for on them likes? I don't have my like button emoji, but I can have the I got applause. I got sound effects. You know what I'm saying? Oh. And I got bullhorns. That's what I got. Dude, the market is, think about where we're at, right? Take a look. Bitcoin's sitting at $24,432, and just a a look at this just monster rally. Let's take a look at the 7-day. Now, I know, look, we went all the way from 19,000. Let that sink in. From 19.6, from the low 1900s or 19,000s, all the way up to 24,000. And that is a swing of probably about 18%, I'd say, roughly. And then Honda Man says he's hit the like button twice, by the way. And then we also got Kriegers here, Rick McGee, Guy D, also in here to all of you. Hola! So, yeah, you can see, you know, if you zoom out on the 3 month, you can see we pulled right back to where we were at. This 25,000 mark is extreme resistance. I'm not surprised to see that we went right, that this is where we lined up with, was the exact top here for this 3 month chart. And with the CPI numbers coming in tomorrow, I'm curious to know if we get a good CPI reading, if inflation number is coming down, because the sentiment right now is that the Fed perhaps will pause interest rate cuts. I think they kind of would like to, right? If you're Jerome Powell, you've seen what's gone on in the markets. You've seen the destruction that's happened to the banking system, the fragility of it, and the bank runs that have essentially ensued. You might be, if you're Jerome Powell, be hoping to get a favorable interest or inflation number, right? And then that way you don't seem like you're folding to the news that the bank is closing. You're saying, hey, there's work to be done here. This is what Jerome Powell's been saying. His work is needed to be done. We got to bring down inflation. And with tomorrow's number, if inflation comes down, now he can lay the pause directly on inflation, right? He can say, hey, you know what? Inflation is coming down. We're going to pause for the moment. The job is working, blah, blah, blah. Reality of it is that we know that it's stressing the banking system, and all the leverage in the system is at a tipping point right now. And Jerome Powell doesn't want to throw in a towel and say, hey, you know what? Maybe we tightened up the interest rates a little too fast. Well, you know, he's a man of pride. He's been wrong before when it came to the numbers with was it transitory inflation? They were wrong before. And so the guy's trying to build a name for himself. And, you know, I'm sure that if you get a good inflation number, he's going to hang his hat on that. And he's going to say, hey, look what we did. Inflation's coming down. We're going to pause interest rates. And it's all seriously because they're about to destroy the banking system. Banks are literally going under. 3 banks went under in 1 week. Just think about that. How crazy is that? 0 major banks have went under since 2008. Now, there have been, closures since then, but nothing to the magnitude that we had. 3 major banks have went under in a 1 week span. And that just shows you where we're at. We're at a tipping point. And so that said, it's, it's make or break time when it comes to the interest rate hikes. Because you know what? If you raise more, if they were to theoretically raise by 50%, 50 basis points, 0.5%, we could see the literally the tipping over of our financial system. Right? Think about it. If a full 0.5% were to come down, that might be it. That might be the push down the mountain there. We got Kevin B up in here. Lino Sanchez, Bullish E-Money. All of you. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. And then just to get some vibes going on in here, let's get some music going on. So I like to keep Keep the streams here at night fresh. Now, there's been a couple news articles that have been breaking here, or a couple topics to discuss, and I'm gonna get into the charts here in a minute. I'm gonna get into the charts. Before I get into the charts, I want to show you here. Take a look. You got, this is from Watcher Guru. We're gonna go through some tweets here real quick. Now he says, just in, Citadel CEO says U.S. capitalism is breaking down before your very eyes after Federal Reserve rescues Silicon Valley Bank. This is what we're talking about, right? Citadel CEO. Citadel is one of the largest hedge funds in the world. Number 2 behind BlackRock. And the CEO, the top dog, is saying that capitalism is essentially breaking down, and we're going into uncharted territories. And now it's not a free market, it's a bail you out, print money kind of market. This is what we're seeing in South America. This is what we've seen in Turkey. We've seen the irresponsibilities of politicians directly impacting what is supposed to be free trade. You can't save every company and every bank. If you're gonna let a bank operate freely, independent, and create its own markets and take on risk, there has to be an area for them to fail. You can't pick everybody up. If you do, this is what happens. You can't bail everybody out. I'm sorry. And that's what capitalism is, right? Capitalism is essentially free market without the control of the government. You know, I mean, if Walmart decides to make horrendous business decisions, if Target makes absolutely terrible business decisions, if NBC or Google or Microsoft, if they take on crazy amount of risk and they fail, what happens to that company? They go under, right? They have to be accountable. You took on the risk. That's what you did. And if a bank does that, the same should apply. Simple as that. Simple as that. You know? Crazy. All right. So, here's an interesting one, guys. Guess who's back on the market? So, let's see here. It is Jim Cramer. So this might be, if you're looking for a good time to get into crypto, if you're looking for that one entry point, we're not looking at an indicator on TradingView here. We are simply looking at the Jim Cramer indicator. And so this is what Jim Cramer has had to say. Anyways.
Then I would sell my Bitcoin right into this rally. And believe me, I had been a believer one time in Bitcoin. Not here, not now. Then I would sell.
It is time to buy, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to buy. We are straight going to the moon, baby. Yeah, if that ain't a buy signal, if that ain't a bottom signal, I don't know what is, right? Right? I mean, the dude literally he's saying, "Don't buy, it's time to sell." His quotes, "I would sell my Bitcoin." We know what that means, right? You know what that means, right? All right. Also, in other news, so on the dating landscape, we got Vitalik. This is per Altcoin Daily. We have Vitalik Buterin, creator of Ethereum, spotted on a date. So I want to know, who do you think he's on a date with here? You know, if you had to take a guess who this mysterious figure is here. Now, the last time we caught Vitalik, it was on the was it the hold on. Yeah, the last time we saw Vitalik out and about with the lady, we know we got one of the most precious memes out there. So we got this one here. So well. Anyways, so your boy's out here again, and he's out on a date. So I want to know, who do you think Vitalik is on a date with? We got Redman says he's on a date with Caroline Ellison. That's comical. Yeah. Who else? In My Hero also says definitely Caroline. And then who else? Everyone agrees. Caroline Ellison. That's it, huh? Okay. All right. Well, anyways, I don't know, man. I don't know who it is, but I'll say what, man. She's a lucky lady, right? Seems like man's got he could build an entire financial empire, right? Yeah, sure. He's a good man at probably he's probably gonna pick up the bill there, that's for sure. But man, he's so awkward though. Ladies, would you really want to go on a date with Vitalik? I mean, he's changing the space. He's a revolutionary, forward-thinking man. He's an absolute genius. Dude's a little squirrely though, right? I mean, where my ladies at? I don't know how many ladies we got in here. Then we got Jessica. I'm sure we got a handful of other ladies in here. But what do you guys think? Would you entertain a date with Vitalik, or is he just a little too odd for the ladies? I don't know. Who's so? Remedy Joe says he's on a date with his mom. So that's funny. Yeah. So always have time to go out with mom on a date, right? Tyler says weirdo. So there we go. All right. And then let's take before we get into some news here, let's take a look at where the crypto markets where they're at. So as we mentioned, Bitcoin at 24.4. Ethereum well over 1600, and with some of the biggest gainers of the day, you have Conflux up 36%, Rocket Pool up 12, OKB up 12% as well, and then Conflux up 30% for the week. And then also here, some of the biggest losers, you have the Leo token down 30%, Hobie Global token down 4%, and pretty much rounds it out. So pretty much mostly green across the board here. Stacks is up 7%. Any projects you guys are excited about here? Anything you want me to talk about over here as well? And then let's take a quick look at a couple articles. We do have, first up, FBI and New York authorities probes collapse of Terra USD stablecoin. So the controversial founder of Terraform Labs, Do Kwon, is at the center of the investigation despite believing to be hiding out in Serbia. The United States Justice Department is reportedly investigating the collapse of Terra Luna Classic USD stablecoin, which contributed to the wipeout of $40 billion. And the two agencies within the department, the FBI and the SDNY, have interrogated former staff at Terraform Labs within the recent weeks. So, very interesting, right? You know what this feels like? Because this is essentially what kicked off. This is what kicked off the bear market, right? Essentially, what caused the big slide into. Oh, speaking of slide, let's get some slide music up in here, right? Yeah, that music was not routed correctly. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. All right, let's try that again. There we go. All right, so anyways, if you go back and you look at what caused this the slide, what caused the downturn in the crypto markets, essentially the catalyst to kick it all off was the Terra Luna USD debacle or collapse. And then from there, you had the collapse of Celsius. You had the collapse of everything else. You can even throw banks in there. Why not? And just like when you see those movies of the virus breaking out, you want to go back to case 0, right? You want to go back to where it all started to prevent this from happening again. And so if you're looking at this from an investigative point of view and you're like, hey, let's find out where the contagion started. Let's find out how this all began. And that way we can better understand it and not have this happen again in the future. And oh, sorry, let me, there we go. There's my mic. It's a little low. But yeah, let's find out, what started it all. That's what I feel like they're doing, right? I mean, why else would they be going after Terra Luna, right? Nobody really cares about him anymore. Altcoin isn't in the US, so you can't really hold him accountable. But at least you can find the catalyst to all of this and identify it so that way you can prevent it from happening later. Because essentially everyone else was leveraged in on Terra Luna, right? Celsius was leveraged, Three Arrows Capitals were leveraged. And when Terra Luna depegged, which was also probably due to manipulation, they can identify where the vulnerabilities were, who took advantage of it, and at least put in some kind of stop gaps to perhaps prevent this from happening again. You got that. So I don't know. What do you guys think? You think that they're trying to get after they're trying to find patient 0 of the crypto contagion? Let's take a little shout out here to the chat. If you're new here, say hello so we can jump an hola back at you. We got a couple familiar faces. We also got some new people. We got If It Flips, It Ships. We've seen him on the live show. We also got Tyler B. Crypto adoption coming. Ranzo Dat Crypto. We got Honda Man up in here as well. And then yeah, about rounds it out. So to all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. They're kind of interesting, right? They're trying to find patient 0. Now, here's another interesting article here. And we got a lot of noise on this page here. Should have cleared this out. Anyways, here's the head. We'll just look at the headline. So, breaking news. Meta plans to wind down NFTs. Kind of interesting, right? And I'm not really sure if anybody cares, right? Do you care that Meta is backing out of NFTs? You feel like it was their place from the get-go, right? What do you think? If you think that our crypto space would be better with Meta in here with promoting their NFTs nobody's buying, put a 1 in the chat. If you could literally care less and you're like, good riddance, put a 2 in the chat. I want to know. 1, you're sad. 2, you could care less, right? You want Meta here to stay. 2, you're sad and upset. And then also, what if you were watching our show today? We were discussing all of the banks going down, and so this all started off with Silvergate, right? Oh, a lot of 2s in the chat. Okay, yeah. So you guys don't care about y'all don't care about that. All right. So yeah, no 1s, huh? Nobody's gonna miss the NFTs from Meta, huh? Yeah. Nobody cares. Now here's the thing. Silvergate, they essentially were the main on and off ramps for cash when it went to depositing money onto an exchange. So if you're an American citizen and you use Coinbase, use Binance, whoever you're using, Binance.us, Kraken, whoever your go-to exchange is, and you're a U.S. citizen, more than likely it went through either Silvergate or Signature Bank. So Signature Bank just closed yesterday. Silvergate closed last week. And so those are the 2 main provider of crypto services for fiat to crypto for the exchanges. That is gone. And there doesn't seem to be a big enough bank to fill that void, right? You need a lot of liquidity that they can draw on. So here's a thought. I was discussing this today, and here you go. This is what you get when regulators are hating on crypto, when they make it difficult to offer crypto services. You prefer to rehypothecate your funds in your banks and be reckless with them. And when everything collapses, you bail out the banks. However, when it comes to a crypto institution that can take runs on the bank and still operate, you say it's not safe for banking, right? We've heard it before. We don't want a crypto to integrate with the banking system because there's just too much uncertainty with crypto. I like to argue that crypto offers stability, right? I like to argue that the system that we have now is so fragile that a person can come up and tweet and you can basically collapse a bank, because banks aren't required to hold but a small fraction, less than 10% of customer funds in bank and liquid assets. So they can rehypothecate, they can go buy whatever, they can go bet the house. You can take all of your savings, put it into a bank, and then they can go and use the majority of it for their own personal gambling of sorts. Anyways, this article here, let's go through this. In recent banking crisis in the U.S., which resulted in the losing of 3 crypto-friendly banks, Silvergate, SVB, and Signature Bank, has raised concerns among U.S.-based firms. Amidst the alarms of wavering crisis, crypto firms seem to be exploring diversifying across international jurisdictions. You're going to find banking services, and if you can't get it here in the States, you're going to go abroad, right? And here you have, in short term, European banks seem like the right choice for the U.S. firms. While the crisis is ongoing, most viable option is Switzerland, famous for its banking structure and financial system. And as U.S. regulators push companies and banking institutions to the brink via their dislike for crypto, now they have a place called the Crypto Valley. So this is located in Zug, Switzerland. This is a private banking system, pretty popular, and now this is more welcoming to the crypto industry, and they are maybe going to pick up the void that's going to be left from the banking sector that has left in the States. What do you guys think, man? What is your initial reaction to, well, one, banks getting closed by U.S. regulators when the last bank, Signature Bank, supposedly had enough liquidity to facilitate withdrawals, and yet they were required to close for the government. And I think they're just trying to stifle the integration of crypto banks or banking and also crypto. I'm telling you, man, they're trying to make crypto the reason that the banking crisis went down, right? It makes sense, right? They don't want to admit fault in the system that they have and the irresponsibilities of the leverage and the bankers. And they just want to point the finger at crypto and say, hey, look, you see what crypto did? We let crypto into our banking system, and then this is what happened. This is what happened. We had Silvergate collapse. They also had SVB Bank. They had invested in many crypto startups. And now Signature Bank, yet another bank that was all in on crypto. And these have all went under, and that's their fault. It's crypto's fault. That's what we're going to hear, man. That's what we're going to hear. And now banking and crypto will be done offshore. Will more than likely be done in Switzerland. And it's going to be just a little harder to move your money on and off of exchanges here in the States moving forward. because of this. So take it as you may. Anyways, so that's what I got for the news there. I'd like to take a look at some charts as well, and get some more music going on here. So, if you guys want to partake in Big Rob's first attempt at doing some charting, let me know, because here we go. All right. So, 1 second here. All right, so we got the Bitcoin chart pulled up, and so I got the 4-hour chart here. So, and if there's any tokens or any projects you want me to take a look at, put that in the chat, and then we'll take a look at those as well. So, all right, here we go. All right, and so you see Bitcoin at $24,405 currently, and you can see that we came here from the $22,000 mark, and you can see that we have rebounded nicely. And please don't laugh at me, okay? I'm new at this charting thing, okay? I'm gonna draw some triangles and all that fun stuff, right? And so let's see. There we go. Put that there. Anyways, where do you guys think this is going? And then we got this big trend line here. What do you guys think I'm drawing here? I feel like I need where are my TA guys at? Oh, Honda Man wants me to look at XRP. And so this is the USD pair. And also, oh, I got the Ichimoku cloud here. Ichimoku cloud, David's favorite. Let's take a look at the 1-day chart. Turn this off. It's a lot of noise. Tree City said that's a bullish megaphone. Guys, did you see the bullish megaphone there? That's that's a so let's zoom out though. Let's take a look here. All right, let's zoom out. Let's see where we're at. All right. You guys like TradingView? A lot of info on here, man. All right, so this has been a lot of support. I mean, look at this, right? This line that we're at, this 25K, this is so important, right? Think about it. Look how important this is. You got 1, 2, you could argue 3, 4 touches, and so basically at 24.4, 24.5. You can take into account some candles here, but very interesting level. If we can get above this and make support, taking a look honestly with some actual trend lines here. All right, let's put that there. And you got a lot of touch marks here as well. And so with this channel here, you can get above this 24 mark, man. I don't know where it goes from here, but let's zoom out, man. I'd say that it could easily, do one of these numbers right here, right? The next level, all jokes aside, the next big level will be here at 30,000. So you see here historically, there has not been much room in between 25,000 and 30,000. So if we can break above this $24,000 mark, I don't think there's much. I mean, look, historically, even if we go back over here, I mean, this is all above 30. Here during the run up, we went from this was in 2020 here. This run up here, I mean, we went from 23 to 30,000 here in the span of a few weeks. So there's not much stopping us there. I think if we break through this 25 mark, I think we're off to the races, but we have to break above it and then hold support. So I don't have anything outside of that. I'm not skilled enough here on the TA, but just looking at historic price, it hasn't stayed between 30 and 25. So it's off to the races after that. I mean, what do you guys think? You think 30,000 is where we're going? Oh, we got Gonzo in here. What's up, Gonzo? And then we got Rick McKee as well. And then we also have Gary Burke. So hold on. And what do you guys think? We can take a look at the XRP chart as well. And then also we'll put some more of that music on, bro. All right, so all right, okay. There's definitely some patterns going on here. All right, this looks like it's due for a breakout. This is on the daily. Let's take a look at the 4-hour chart. So all right. So this is on the 4-hour here. This is the XRP. What is this? Market cap? Oh, that is market cap. There we go. You guys enjoying my are you guys enjoying watching, learning how to do TA with me? Because we're learning together, exploring this together. So it's been pretty sideways actually, right? I haven't had much price action between 35 and 37. Not until you really zoom out, and so 40 cents has been a couple areas of two resistance here several times. So obviously need to break above 40 cents. It got to as low as 35 cents, so not far off from the bottom. Even back here, 33 cents I think was the low, right? So not too much. I think everyone's just kind of waiting for, I think people are just waiting for this court case to settle. But until then, I mean, you have what looks like a, I don't know, what's this pattern called here? This little triangle. It's a wedge pattern, right? So if it were to break above this trend line here, 37 cents, I think the next stop will be 40 cents. So anyways, we got Hanya up in here. I haven't seen Hanya in a while. And then we also have Gary Burke. Oh yeah, I said what's up to you earlier. Drep Force 1. He says, freaking love you guys. Well, thank you, man. Love you. What you got? Oh, let me get my face back over here. So you know, David does the TA here on Monday nights. But he couldn't do it. So, you know, I was like, you know, your boy ain't scared. I'll pull up the charts. I'll talk about some tokens, some projects. Let's take a look at a couple projects that you guys. Is there anything you want me to take a look at? Oh, Fernando says it's a symmetrical triangle. Okay, yeah, makes sense. We also have Me01 in here as well, Sauce Boss, and Bullish KG. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. So I want to take a quick peek at a couple tokens here, just see where the price is at. And so kind of back to what I'm familiar with, taking a look at the Cardano chart here. You can see that Cardano's at 34 cents, still a good value. You know, I was looking at that. So it got as high as 40 cents. Obviously, you can see 40 cents is a major zone of resistance here. And, you know, it did get as high as $1.20 there. So this is the year to date. So 40 cents all time high. I think it hit, it was over $3 for like a day or something, but chart doesn't show it. But if you were just to take a look there, you got 40 cents, I think, is going to be the resistance here. I think if Cardano, if Bitcoin breaks out of the range where it gets above 25K and it starts making its way up to 30,000, I am in the camp that Cardano is probably gonna rally hard. It'll probably cross this 40 cent mark. I think it'll be up in the 50 cents and beyond. And this is one of the projects. I think right now, if you think the markets are gonna rally, if we're gonna have a sustained rally, it might be time to look at these layer one altcoins, right? This might be the time. All right. I mean, if we don't go back down under 20,000, let's just say the bottom was in. And if I had to throw a percentage on there, I think that there's a good possibility that the bottom is in. I'd say 80% chance. Now, barring some more economic collapses, I think will probably hold true. And, might be time to look into alts, man. Might be time to increase your Ethereum position, because at this point you go in. You what do you do when things start to crash or pull back? You want to protect and move into Bitcoin, right? And then as the market gets to a point where it's gonna start to rally, is when you want to exit Bitcoin and move into alts, right? And you want to get ahead of the market. So you want to get into these layer ones essentially before the masses do. And you don't want to pile in on Ethereum when it's $3,500, when it's $6,500, right? You want to get in now while it's cheap. I mean, look at the price of Ethereum. Think about it. This Ethereum is at, take a look at the 1 year chart. So Ethereum here a year ago was at 3,400, right? This all-time high was essentially 4,000. And so back to the 1 year, I'd say I'd be comfortable saying that it's going to get back up to 3,000. At 3,000, I don't know, man. I might be a little weary. You might be a little late to the game, right? Until the halving comes around. But I think from where we're at now to 3,000, I think there's not a lot of stops in between there. The same way that I think that Bitcoin's going to go from 20,000 to 30,000, or 25,000 to 30,000. I think the same could be said for Ethereum. Remember, alts are going to outperform. We're going to have more volume, more volatility in alts compared to Bitcoin. And so if Bitcoin moves from 24 to say 31,000 or 32,000, Ethereum's gonna be over $3,000. And might be time to look at alts. I don't know if I would pile in on some of these smaller ones because the market spills over. It goes Bitcoin and it spills over into the layer ones and some of the other big projects like XRP. And then from there, it cascades down into even smaller alts. But the first stop is the layer ones. And so if you're trying to get ahead of the market, you want to get into Ethereum, your Cardano, your Polygon. You want to get into these now. You can make an argument maybe Polygon is outperforming the market, so might not rally as hard as some of the other ones. You could easily say that. So, but definitely Cardano. If you're a fan of Cardano, you're a fan of Ethereum. Who isn't a fan of Ethereum, right? And even Solana. These might be the right time to start eyeballing these. DCANN, chunk buying, right? I think with the CPI number coming out tomorrow, might have an opportunity if the number is less than expected. If we have a higher CPI than we'd like, we may see a pullback in the crypto markets and maybe a good buying opportunity, right? Because we're a little overbought in Bitcoin, right? If you look at this, you went from 22,000, taking a look here, you went from 19,000 up to 24,000, and it's probably due for a little correction, but at the same time, there's a lot of bullish narratives for crypto. Crypto solves a lot of what is going on with banking. Maybe a flood of volume into crypto, particularly Bitcoin, because of the uncertainties in finance. So, you know, it could go either way, obviously. But I don't know. I think a lot of it depends on the CPI number tomorrow. Now, just a little shout out to the chat. If you're new, say hello. We got Mike Mene up in here. Honda Man, Stick as well. Leave a Lou. And then Astro. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. And then let's get some more music up in here. What we got? It's one of my favorite jams right here. So yeah, let's start taking a look at some of these altcoins, right? You got good value. I mean, even like look how much Bitcoin is up, almost 10%, up 8% on the week. You have Cardano up 3% on the week, right? You have Polygon up less than 2% on the week. If the CPI numbers come out favorable tomorrow, then these are gonna pop off, man. Mark my words. These will pop off tomorrow. Because Ethereum's got a little bit of a rally. I think Ethereum is gonna rally harder than Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is just sucking up the safe haven assets. People are a little unsure what's going on. So they're getting into Bitcoin just to weather the storm. They don't know what direction it's going. Ethereum's got a little bit of volume on the weekly, but Bitcoin's outperforming it. You know what happens every time Bitcoin pumps and then trades sideways, alts rally. And Ethereum is probably going to pump tomorrow if we get some bullish CPI news. Or even just expected CPI. If it's not negative and it doesn't pull down Bitcoin, my dude, Ethereum is going to rally. Followed by some of these other alts here. You got Cardano is going to rally. Polygon's going to rally. I think Polygon I think this is probably going to rally the hardest. What do you guys think? Look at this, man. Polygon is due to take off this week. Somebody clip that. Polygon, massive rally this week. Massive rally. Look at this. On the 3-month, I think it might get back up to $1.50. It's not far off of these lows here at the beginning of the year. 80 cents, man. It's only 20 cents more. Slightly. It's like 30 cents more than it was down here at the bottom, the depths of January. Like, telling you, watch out for Polygon. I think we're gonna get a big push from ETH. I think because Polygon is in the ETH network, the two rally together. Polygon hasn't moved much this week. I think it's due. I think it's gonna pump. You even say the same thing about maybe Solana. I don't know, man. I don't know if people trust Solana right now. I really don't. You guys trust Solana? What do you guys say? I want to know. Do you trust Solana with your money? Do you trust buying those tokens? Do you think it's gonna work out? Put a 1 in the chat if you trust Solana. If you think they're gonna rebound, they're gonna get their act together. Let's just say Solana's like one of those kids that has all the gifts and abilities. Are like super smart, but they just keep messing up in school. You're like, eventually, man, they're gonna figure it out. Or they're just gonna go down that road and end up just messing their life up and never getting to their potential. Put a 2 in the chat. 1, you trust Solana. 2, you don't trust Solana. I don't know what you guys think. It's up here. 1, trust Solana. 2, don't trust Solana. I'll pin that to the top. So, yeah, well, we got a couple ones in here. Honda Man trusts Solana. Coin Operated trusts Solana. Mike, me, I mean, honestly, I'm not sure. But when I'm not sure about something, I don't want to bet the bank on it, right? Work hard for my money, man. I don't know if I trust myself with Solana. I don't know if I trust Solana, man. I think if I had to, my gut reaction is that Solana is going to be an amazing play. Solana is going to kill it long term. Solana is going to keep building. I think it's going to be a resurgence. They fix a lot of the scaling problems. They have integration with corporations. They have institutional money. They have everything you would like. They have a lot of downtime. They have a lot of hiccups. So I think I personally believe Solana will make it out of this, and I think they'll break their all-time highs, and I think it'll be a good play. However, I have a lot more trust in some other layer ones, right? If I had to ride or die and put my money in a layer 1, I'm going to put it in Ethereum. Then I would rather, if I had to pick between Ethereum and Cardano, I'd pick Cardano. If I had to pick between Ethereum, Cardano, or Solana, Solana's at the bottom of the list because I don't feel quite as confident as the other ones. Now, I think I lean towards they'll get it right, but I mean, I don't know. And we got Brokey Yoshi gifting out 10 memberships. So big shout out to you there, Brokey Yoshi. And we always appreciate you. Look at that. My dude. And then, so for the people that got those, we got Nashawn, Aussie Trades, Sweaty Date, Joey, Joyride, and then Remedial Joe, all gifted memberships. So to all of you, hola! Thank you there, brother. And we'll get some applause over here as well. My dude, Jimmy ain't in here, you know? So my boy Broke Yoshi gotta hold it down. That's my boy, man. He's one of our original community members. I've been in here since I think we had like less than 1,000 subscribers. My boy was over here watching. We also got Destroyer over there, flexing. My dude. There you go. Destroyer says he's broke. Are you broke? Or are we talking about somebody broke? I don't really know. Did I miss something? Who's broke? And Ada BB says, doesn't FTX still have to liquidate their soul? It's in a bankruptcy court, and so it'll probably get liquidated. But I don't know. Who knows? I don't know anymore. I've lost the trail of what they're gonna do with those tokens. It is gonna essentially hit the market though. And then we got oh shoot, we got a super chat here. Here we go. Sauceboss 95 dropping a $4.99 super chat. He said, if you were going to take profits on ETH, would you roll the profits into Optimism or ADA? Not financial advice. And so I would I'd probably roll. Here's the thing. If I'm exiting the Ethereum network, if I'm taking profits from ETH, I'm going to go in somewhere else. And it would really just depend. If I'm taking profits from ETH, that means ETH probably rallied to a price target that I'd be happy taking profits on. And so if I'm happy with my profits on ETH, that means it's rallied. Then the ecosystem probably rallied. That means Optimism probably rallied as well. And if Optimism rallied, then it's probably not the best time to get in. So for that reason, I would say Cardano. I like Cardano. I got a lot of exposure to Cardano. I think I like their vision, and from face value, it seems that Charles Hoskinson has got a good direction for Cardano. We've been fooled before, but it seems legit, right? He seems like he has the interest of the people and is trying to help out in Africa with infrastructure for finance and also identification and education. So we also got another super chat here as well. And let's see, we got Resting Relaxation. $5 super chat. So thank you, my dude. He says, thoughts on Polkadot. Polkadot is probably primed to pop off too. I would say here, let's take a look here. So Polkadot is at $6.10. Let's take a look at the 7-day chart here. Actually, let's take a look at them. It's kind of in that same zone. You know, I would expect profits to be similar in Polkadot as it is in Cardano. Maybe Ethereum. I think it'll be comparable. I don't think you're going to get any major breakout. So this is the all-time chart. All-time high, $46. Currently at $6. So more profits than Ethereum for sure. Where is it at? It's number 12 on the CoinMarketCap list. I don't know. What do you guys feel about Polkadot? I got mixed feelings, man. It's, you know, Gavin Wood leaving, the founder. You know, he was kind of the poster child. You know, he was the voice behind Polkadot, former co-founder of Ethereum. And so he's left the Polkadot Foundation. And so, you know, is there somebody there polarizing, making decisions, you know, discussing rollouts and doing interviews? Not to say that you need that, because I mean, you've seen what happened with Bitcoin. You know, there's really no foundation or face for Bitcoin, but at the same time, you know, a little different. It is, you have Vitalik and you have also Charles Hoskinson, and then you got Brad Garlinghouse with XRP. These people can talk about their product and say, hey, here's what's coming out next. And Bitcoin tends to be a store of value. And so as a store of value, you don't really need more utility and upgrades, right? You could actually argue that it's probably a positive that there isn't anybody there guiding the ship, you know, listening to the people saying, hey, let's do X, Y, and Z. Let's upgrade this. Essentially, it's left alone to be what it is. Now, with smart contracts, it's kind of the opposite, right? You want to have somebody saying, hey, this is the next rollout. This is the next roadmap. This throughput, this, you know, transaction costs, the voting, this is coming. We're partnering with this. That's what you need for a layer one. We don't have that in Polkadot right now, do we? Is there somebody that's filling that void? As I haven't seen them. And in the short term, I think Polkadot will follow the rest of the layer one markets. You're going to get similar price movement as, say, Cardano and Ethereum, maybe Avalanche, but I don't think it's going to break out. I think in the long term, it'll probably dwindle down just because they don't have somebody standing up and beating the drum for Polkadot, making the big headline partnerships, right? They're missing that. And it's kind of confusing, right? This whole parachain thing. I mean, am I the only one? I mean, am I the dummy in the room? Or is this parachain auction and all this other crap, is it kind of confusing? I spent a lot of time researching, man. All day long on the computer, man. I don't know what the hell these parachains are, man. Talking about a parachain auction, it can only have a slot for so long, and then you gotta, I don't know, man. I pass on Polkadot, right? It's got potential though. It's not for me. All right, what else we got in the chat here? So Destroyer says he's in the same boat with Cryptic. Let's see here. Let me pull up some more chats here. So Cryptic Mushroom says, I think it's going to be LSDs and AI's next bull run. And then you have Coin Operated wants to know about Near Protocol and Phantom. I think Phantom is a sleeper, man. I really like Phantom. You remember how hard Phantom rallied? Was it Phantom rallied hard, man? And let's take a look at the Phantom chart. Where's this at? And if there's any projects you want me to look at, let me know. Phantom's number 43. And also, with Phantom, so the DeFi godfather himself, Andre Cronje, who helped integrate a lot of the DeFi services that Phantom's known for, he had left, and that caused a big sell-off. And so you can see Phantom got as high as $2, $3. So is it the best return on investment here? Probably not, but I don't know, man. I think Phantom, being that it went through the last bull market, coming in at number 43 on the coin market cap list, with just over $1 billion in total value, or in total market cap here. It's down for the week. It's not going to rally anytime soon. If it does, it'll probably retrace. What have we seen lately in the markets, right? You see one project rally hard, and then you see it pull back hard, right? And until we get into the bear market, I think that's what you're going to get, right? And we saw Mina Protocol is a good example. So Mina Protocol rallied. It went from, let's take a look at Mina Protocol here. Here's a good example. This is what I think a lot of crypto projects, what they're gonna do is, so you have something that looks like this, and so you come in 40 cents, you rally 3x, right? Think about that. You went from 40 cents all the way up to $1.20, and then you pulled back down to 60 cents. This is what these altcoins are gonna do. This is what you're going to get out of majority of these altcoins, and you just got to kind of time it out and see which one's ready to pop. All right. And I think, Filecoin did the same thing. Take a look at Filecoin. Let's take a look at their chart here. So Filecoin went from $3 up to $8.50, and then back down to $5, and now it's at $6. And and you look at some of the projects that have not rallied, that have great fundamentals, you could say that they're going to probably follow the same thing. And I think Phantom is probably on that list. So here, let's take a look here. And so this is 2023. Okay, so this went from 20 cents up to 60 cents and then pulled back. It had a pretty decent rally earlier. It was but still back down to 40 cents. So I think this has a lot of room to grow, man. I think DeFi, remember, DeFi is why crypto is created. That is what interests the most people. That's what it does best, is DeFi. And so for me, I am always going to put at the top of my list DeFi based projects. Now, I'm not saying I won't look into metaverse, NFTs, smart contracts, sports betting, digital identification, store of value. But at its core, DeFi is king. It is what we, what do we always talk about in crypto? We talk about the failures of the bank, centralized finance, crypto is better. And lo and behold, this is one of the top projects, the top layer ones, facilitates DeFi. And I mean, it got up. It rallied so hard during that bull market, man. There was so much buzz about that. Like, it went from 2 cents, it was at 10 cents, and it got all the way up to $3. You know, you can argue that's a pretty damn good value, right? I mean, it's not going to go under. I don't think it's ever going to go under this level here. So I don't think you're ever going to get it under 20 cents anymore. And so if you're not going to get it at under 20 cents, 40 cents isn't bad. I mean, you could wait for a pullback. Here it was at 33 cents. You could probably wait for a 33-cent entry point. But I think got a lot of room to run. What else we got? Destroyer says he plans on going heavy into ADA DeFi. Yeah, there's a lot being built on Cardano with dApps, and a lot of their upgrades that they've rolled out have increased throughput and have a focus when it comes to DeFi. And then Gary says, how is Larry? Larry's got, birds sleep at night, so Larry's thankfully quiet. I had a long day today, so I came home and I was like, yo, Larry, what's up? And it was starting to get dark, and he bit me, man. Cranky, man. At night turns into like a little werewolf. Yeah, Jessica also says, why aren't we hearing Larry? He's sleeping. You don't hear the birds chirping at night when you go out, right? Unless you have a bat. And bats have COVID, so. So no, thank you. And then Apsis Research says, no studio today. So our studio is just during the daytime. Our studio is on the other side of town. So it's about a 25-minute drive for me to get to the studio. It's a little less, about 20 minutes for David. And so I want to go home, make dinner, and hang out and do stuff. So Rod says, look into XTP. Not familiar with that. I'm not really too big into the super small projects. So that's TAP. Yeah, this is a baby. So honestly, don't really have any interest in these projects. If they make a name for themselves, they pop into the top 200 or 300. Be glad to look at those. But yeah, I mean, this is a TAP XPT number 700 on the CoinMarketCap list with $13 million in total value. So yeah, you want to take a risk on that? You go ahead, man. Not for me. You probably got a 1% chance of landing one of these projects. And then we got a Davelin up in here, dropping the Ola as well. And then we got Broke Yoshi saying I knocked him off. And you know what? He's so small. Like when he bites you, you can't like get mad. All you gotta do is just take it. You know, it's like if like a toddler bites you. You know, like you can't like smack a toddler. You know, a dog like acts up. You can. I'm not saying you can hit a dog, but you know, a dog can. You know, you can yell at a dog and you know nudge the dog out of the way. You know, give it a little push or something. You know, but you can't. A bird is so fragile. You know, this little chicken. You know, he's you just gotta take it. You know, and then. And then Harp. We also got Harp says he just tuned after Forest to hear bat COVID. So yeah. Oh man, bats are ugly, man. Those things are like flying rats, right? Are they not? And they also have diseases too. You know, that's the funny thing, right? I mean, they have all the characteristics of a rat. They look like a rat. They carry diseases like a rat. And, you know, like, last thing I want to do is, like, catch Ebola or something, you know? Crazy, right? You know, what else we got? And then, we got, oh, dang, we got a new whale member. My dude. It's awesome. Gary Burke, welcome to the Whale Club. That's awesome, man. Yeah, that makes 11 whale members. And so tomorrow we'll give you a shout out on the show live, and we include your name on the credits there as well. So make sure you take a look at that and get a little whale animation tomorrow as well. Tomorrow's gonna be a good show, man. How excited are you guys about tomorrow? You got CPI. You got Bitcoin testing out the major resistance level at 25,000. And if we get a favorable CPI number, it is off to the races. We saw it. Your boy here, the inexistent chart expert, has looked at the charts and identified that there's no resistance between 25 and 30. It doesn't take a genius, doesn't take a TA guru to see. There is zero resistance. There's no stopping points there. It's straight from 25 to 30. There's no stops in between. No stops. And I'm excited, man. And there I saw some on what was it? I saw on some, I think it was, let me see if I can find it. Some federal website. I think it was like a Atlanta Fed. I think it was Atlanta Fed forecast for an inflation forecast for CPI. Let's see. I think they were saying that they were predicting that it was gonna drop suddenly, man. Yeah. So they were saying. Okay, let's see what we got here. I'm over here doing some research on the fly here. And so stock market. Now this is from today. Stock market poised to surge 2% on Tuesday if new inflation data cools down as expected. So we're expecting, so let's see where we're going to end up tomorrow. We're expecting, so JP Morgan said investors could expect a 2% surge in S&P 500 if the CPI report prints in between 6 and 6.3%. So kind of curious, man, if this is the target range. Now, some were saying that we're going to head back up to 7, but if we end up at this 6 to 6.3, who knows, man. Also, we got another super chat over here. We got Redman dropping that $5 super chat. So much love there, brother. And he said, thanks for the info tonight. So, thank you. Today was I didn't have a lot of preparation today, so today was just David said he couldn't do the show, so I just hopped on last minute. So I didn't have too much ready, but a lot of times it's just just kind of me going through. This is most of the stuff that I would normally do anyways, right? Take a look at the Bitcoin chart, to kind of get ready for tomorrow, see what kind of articles are out here, see what's going on Twitter. And that's pretty much, you guys are just hanging out with me tonight, and we're just kind of going through the listening to music and going through some of the the biggest articles. I got this badass song though. You don't tune in on Sundays, you wouldn't know this song, but this song's clean right here, man. It's real clean. My jam. A little 80s funk to it. This is called Chicken Seasoning. The 80s jam right here. I'm fans of the 80s. If you're a fan of the 80s music, put a 1 in the chat. I'm gonna lead this off. There we go. Put a 1 in the chat. Here we go. And let's see what else. Destroyer says did a good job today. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate that. And then Gary says, learning and earning together. So then we also have DD up in here dropping that 1. Broke Yoshi dropping that 1. A lot of 1s, huh? Look at that. We ain't got no haters. We got David from Bellum in here. What up, bro? I see you in all the other people's chats. I'm always doing the rounds, going into everybody else's. Jessica put the 2. She's not a fan of the 80s music. What? Yeah, we gotta turn you on. Let's get Jessica converted. All right, here's another 80s track. Here we go. I got one for her. Yeah, I feel like lacing up some like neon Air Force like Air Maxes, like some that like hot pink, electric orange Air Maxes. Putting this on, little headband, going out for a jog, right? Jessica says, let the 80s die. The 80s were a fun time, man. Speaking of the 80s, look at this.
Yourself are worth somewhere in the vicinity of $9 or $10 billion.
Hold on a second. Look at this. This is Jeff Bezos back in the 80s. Let's see what Jeff Bezos had to say.
According to my calculations, you yourself are worth somewhere in the vicinity of $9 or $10 billion today. I only say that because I've got a follow-up question.
Okay.
What's with the Honda?
This is a perfectly good car.
According to my calculations, you yourself are...
Oh, my boy, he's taking a page straight out of... Taking a page out of the old Sam Bankman-Fried book, huh? Driving that Honda Civic worth $10 billion. You know what? I spend a lot of time in my car, okay? I'll say this. Spend a lot of time in my car. And I will be the first here to preach that sound money investments that live below your means, right? If you can afford $1,000 house, but you can find one that suits your needs at $800, take it. You can afford a car that costs $2,000 a month, yeah, but you can comfortably get by with a $400 car payment. Take that. You'll always hear me say that. But at the same time, where you spend most of your time, make sure that you take care of that at least, right? At least you live comfortably in that area. So my house, for example, I have a very cheap mortgage, right? I bought my house at a very low price, and I made it comfortable, right? But I saved money by buying a cheaper house. And I kind of did the same thing with my car. I bought a cheap car and just rode that thing for 12 years. I literally bought the cheapest car I could find. I went and got a Chevy Sonic, right? You ever seen these Chevy Sonics? These things are so ugly, bro. Chevy Sonic. And so I was out here driving a Chevy Sonic for 12 years. And, you know, I was making six figures. You know, I had a six-figure income. And I was driving this thing around. And it wasn't because I wanted, you know, this is the one right here, man. This gorgeous little sports coupe here. Sexy little turd. So I drove that around for, you know, quite some time. And so I treated myself, man. And I got a Mercedes, and you know, never got myself a nice car. So I still didn't break the bank. It's still like 50-something thousand, and I had a lot of money to put down. So it's not like I buried myself, but I'm a big guy that, like, you know, what you spend your time in. So, you know, you should always have a nice mattress because you sleep on that a third of your life, essentially. You should also have a car that's comfortable, that's reliable, because that gets you to and from work. And, you know, you should have a decent place to live, right? These are usually your biggest expenses, the car and the mortgage. So, you know, you shouldn't live above your means. If you only make $1,500 a month, perhaps buying that $700 car payment, which is half your income, obviously is a horrendous idea. But, you know, in my case, for example, I have X amount of money. You know what? Less than 10% of my income would be my car payment, which is probably more around 5%. So for me, it doesn't impact my situation. But I can afford something a little bit more comfortable. So for me, you boy had to go get that Mercedes. And my boy, Destroyer, know what I'm talking about. My boy, he Mercedes through and through, man. That's my dog. So let's see here. Put a couple more songs. Any last questions here? Let's get a few more thoughts here as well. We can play a little bit more music as well. Since Jessica doesn't like the 80s music, we'll switch it up a little bit. We'll go into something a little bit more trendy, a little bit more groovy. What do you guys think? Is there any questions y'all got about Big Rob? Anything you want me to anything you want me to talk about? And so David Brumbellum says, I used to buy brand new right off the lot, but after doing that 3 times, I decided to make payments, high insurance, base cash. Yeah, I agree, man. It's kind of the way to go, is to get slightly used. But it is nice to get that new car, though. That new car smell. So you can't beat it, man. No, there's no imperfections. The leather's perfect. You know, you got that nice long warranty. That's the thing. If you can afford it, it doesn't set you back. You know, I kept going used car over and over again. I had to, man. Because I needed to generate capital to accomplish my goals. Now that I have a little surplus, a little breathing room, I can afford a new car. So for me, I'm happy with that. So, and then let's see here, what else we got? Harp says, what you talking about, Harp? Said Devo, whip it. And then Armzilla says, how much you bench, bro? Well, I've been hitting the gym pretty hard lately. But you know what? I got a small frame. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't put up a lot of weight, man. I'm not obviously you see him a little smaller, so you know, I probably would just work out with 35-pound plates on each side, maybe, and then I could put up the 45s in a workout set, but I like to do a little bit more reps. So No, I guess if you're gonna say like max bench, probably say I could probably put up 2 plates, which is 90, 180, so 225. I could bench press 225. Probably not more than once, to be honest with you. I can work out with 45, so that's 90. So 135, I work out with 135. But as of lately, I was outside of the gym for a little while, so I'm kind of getting back into the groove of things. But yeah, now and then who else we got? Corey writes, "Health is wealth," and Mangi says, Sin City bench, bro." So. If you guys are ever in Sin City and you guys want to go work out with your boy, let me know. Redman says he's working on cardio, and then Matt Babber says you're not benching. I'm not benching 225. I'm not sitting here. I know that people's measure is their maximum bench. Like, what can you lift off of your chest? I feel confident that I can put 225 up once. I'll leave it at that. I feel like if I took some one of those what is it, this creatine powder energy booster things, pre-workouts, if I pop one of those and I put on some music and I get there, I think I can put 225 up once. And then I work out with the 35 plates, so that's 70. So 115 is what I work out with, and I usually do about 12 to 15 reps on those. And then Redman says he can deadlift 335. So Honda Man says I'm down to work out and do TA. So that's an interesting combo there. I feel like you're either doing one or the other, right? Your TA guys usually ain't hitting the gym. Now, I know there's some exceptions, but I'm just saying, most of the time, you pick one or the other there. So, Corey Wright says, you need training. I've had personal trainers. I used to have my own, I had my own gym at my house at one point. It was pretty elaborate. I had a whole dumbbell rack from 5 pounds all the way up to 80 and adjustable benches. So I've had the gym bug before for long periods of time, and then I've been on a mission to build this channel lately, and I kind of got sidetracked on working out because I was investing so much of my time into the show that I just didn't focus on myself. And so now that's what I've been really working on, is no matter what, making time to go work out no matter what. So, and then, anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this thing up. I am gonna go make some dinner, and that's going to be it for your boy, Big Rob. Did you guys enjoy the Monday night stream? Instead of David, you got me. You had my attempts at charting. It was great. We saw my charting techniques. It was a lot of beautiful little. Look at this little pattern I'm drawing here. This is the XRP chart. Look at that. I'm a pro, man. I'm a pro, right? This is probably going to draw down to here, 35 cents. And then it's going to probably, do one of these numbers. And then it's going to do one of these numbers. It's going to bounce. And then the court case is going to settle. And then that's going to happen right there. Now, if that ain't an absolute TA guru, what is, right? Anyways, we played around with the charts. We had a good talk. Talked about how much I bench. And that's it, man. Anyways, tomorrow, CPI. Come check us out. Sin City Crypto. I want to see all of y'all in there tomorrow. Anyways, have a blessed night. Thank you so much. It's your boy, Big Rob. And I'm out. Peace.